We're here at Ullswater Heights and we're staying in the safari tents. And yeah, it's been a nice rainy evening. So let's go inside and we'll have a look. You enjoying yourself so far?
Sort of.
You enjoying yourself so far?
Uh-huh.
Yes? You enjoying yourself so far?
Uh-huh.
Are you enjoying yourself so far? Ah, it's just rude. No, it's not food. It's not food. Are you enjoying yourself so far, Simon? No, it's not food either. I mean, these safari tents, they're just mega cool, aren't they? Look at them. They're just well good. So if you want to stay in one of these, check out Ullswater Heights. So it's a nice, lovely, rainy evening here at the safari tent in Ullswater Heights in the lakes. Now, I've come on a 3-night family excursion with my kids and my partner. And tomorrow, I'm planning on going to Shap Wells. And Shap Wells is a place where many people know that they can see red squirrels, right? Oh, just listen to that rain, it's so good. And out of all the locations that I've checked before, Shap Wells was the only one I was successful at the last time I came. So I'm hoping that the squirrels are still there. As many of you might be aware, in the UK we have a problem with the red squirrel population due to squirrel pox. It's the grey squirrel that's apparently driving them out due to this issue. So the lakes and various other places in the UK are kind of the last remaining hotspots for red squirrels. So they're quite tricky to capture. I mean, they're not necessarily rare in other countries, but in the UK they're quite rare. So yeah, let's see what we can do tomorrow. Right, well, we can't take dogs because my dog likes squirrels. So we're here at Shap Wells. I'm just going to grab a parking spot now. That's if there is one. And see what we can do. Okay. That might... Oh, thank God, yeah. Quick, get in there before someone else nicks it. Like a brew, love?
Yes.
It's because you're usually blurry. You just sort of blur off into the background in my videos. So, do you want to brew in the car or do you want to...
I'll have a swig now.
Okay. So as I've said, these squirrels, they're not actually forced to be there. This seems to be one of the places where you can see them most often, but they can be quite flighty, quite fleeting. So I'm hoping that we get lucky today and that we can go in and at least get one good photograph. And I'm hoping today, it's still quite early, it's quite cloudy, so we might get a bit of that sunlight cracking through the clouds just to give it a few rays through the forest. If I can get that, that's my trick. That's what I want to do today. So we'll think proactively about how we're going to do it. I've got my partner in crime over here. She's going to do a bit of filming for me. And we've got no kids and no dogs, so it's just like, just relax. I might just stay in the car and have a brew all day. That'd be nice. Now, a lot of photographers like to get here early, so you're probably going to see someone else. And a lot of them like to sit on seats in the middle of woods, and I didn't bring any seats because we didn't have room in the car with all stuff for the trip. So it looks like we're just going to have to find a spot and see if we can get a wet bum. So never mind, it's worth it. It's worth it. We can always dry your bum, but photographs last forever, don't they, Ellen? They do. A wet bum doesn't last forever, you know. Unless you've got some weird fetish for, like, sort of just sitting on wet things. In which case, you're probably still going to dry at some point. So it's not like going to be constantly like a wet bum forever, is it? So it'd just be like sort of intervals of wet arsage. But hopefully you can get my metaphor anyway. Cut that bit out. Just met a lovely guy from Scotland who says, "Are you here to see the squirrels?" I was like, "Yep, I'm going to do them for YouTube." Do a little video. He says, "Oh, we see them every day." I'm like, "You lucky man." So it'd be nice to just step out every day and see stuff like that. It'd be amazing. So today what we're going to be doing is use the Sigma 150-600 as usual. Got my little cheapo camo top on that I bought on my local market. And then I'm using my tripod. Hopefully if I can get a chance to set this up, it'll help steady a couple of my shots and get those really fine fur details without all of the handheld stuff, because in the woods down there the light is a little bit low, so we've got to kind of deal with the lighting situation. But other than that, let's see how we get on. She's emerging from the car. License and registration, my dear. Cup of tea, that'll do. So judging by the look of that river, I'm betting there's kingfishers there too. Yeah, so you never know, we'll get lucky, but usually kingfisher photography requires setting up a perch and just waiting there for hours hoping for one to land. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stay quiet now. It's gonna be a bit of a whispery day now, because these squirrels need to be confident enough to come out and eat my nuts. So I'm going to sneak my camera out now, set it up, see what we can do. So I've seen a little one that keeps coming in. and pinching a nut every now and again. It's a bit tricky because the sun's on the opposite side, so I've taken a new position. We did have a pheasant show up, snapping away at the nuts, so hopefully we'll get some good shots today, because they're definitely here. Talking to a guy who said there was tons of them yesterday, so give it time, it should be alright. It's going to be a noisy shot. There's two of them. Not bothered, are they? So I'm a little bit delighted because they've shown up, but a little bit frustrated because the shutter speeds in this light, I can't get fast shutter speeds, and they're really active, and I'd love to get some aerial shots and stuff like that. It's just not going to happen on this lens. So I'm hoping that that sun will start cracking through them clouds a little bit, and we can get to the right angle, just to brighten it up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's maxing out at ISO 6000, plus. So, unfortunately, it's just going to be portrait still shots, capturing that moment when they're not moving too much. People often blame the grey squirrels for the decline of our native reds, and yeah, there's some truth to it. Greys are bigger, tougher, and they handle modern environments better. But they also apparently carry a virus that doesn't bother them, but can kill red squirrels. Here's where I stand. I don't think we should be shooting grey squirrels. They didn't ask to be brought here, humans brought them over from North America, and now they're just doing what animals do, surviving. The real problem isn't the greys. It's the fact that we've destroyed so much of the squirrel's habitat. We've chopped down forests, built over wildland, and left squirrels with few places to live, feed, and hide. When they've got healthy woodland, reds can do just fine, even alongside greys in some places. And in areas where the pine martens have returned, natural predators, greys go down and reds come back. This happens without anyone needing to kill anything. So instead of blaming greys, let's focus on what really helps. Plant more trees, reconnect wild spaces, and if we need to manage squirrel numbers, let's look at non-lethal ways like contraception at the most. Red squirrels are a part of our history, and they still have a future. But they won't get it from bullets, they'll get it from forests. So let's plant more trees, be kind to the country, and start increasing the woodland that we've lost. Well, that was fun. Let's go have a little wander around and see what we can see. So, we've got some cool shots. I couldn't quite get the shutter speeds as I mentioned because it's really dark in this bit of forest. So I'm going to have a little wander around. And I've got some pretty cool shots anyway. I'm happy with what I've got, but I'm going to have a wander around and see what we can see if there's any other vantage points, and try and warm up a little bit because it's absolutely freezing. Well, it started raining. Whew, bit muddy there. Red squirrels are not particularly rare in terms of its species, but they are quite rare in the UK, and so it's quite a privilege to see them in this country. I'm not going to put her on video, but this lovely lady we've just met has just given me some hazelnuts because I struggled to find some. So, oh, say hi. Yeah, so there we are. Hi. So yeah, I've just showed her a couple of videos of what we've just been taking, so hopefully she'll have the luck of seeing a few squirrels. We've just been up to the top, near waterfalls and all that good stuff. No squirrels up there. So we're headed back towards where the beginning is, where the squirrels are. And I might just get some extra little shots now we've warmed up a bit before we head back and carry on the rest of our day. Yes. So, I just want to say to all of these photography companies, right, that some of us wildlife photographers also like to do things like wild camp and trek for miles and miles and miles where we're having to carry lots of extra equipment, whether it's your tripod, big long lenses, sleeping bags, tents, the lot, right? Now I have to get an osprey pack. It's not designed for a camera. Can somebody please, for the love of God, design a decent rucksack that's big enough to carry all of that stuff? I think Mindshift do one, but it's still not quite big enough for what I'm doing. So if one of you companies out there can say, here is a wildlife photographer's wild camping, you know, coast to coast backpack where he can carry all of his gear and capture loads of cool stuff along the way, make it and I'll buy it. Or you can send me a free sample and then I'll review it to one of my YouTube subscribers, all 57 of them. So right, do it. And on that note, maybe you should subscribe because you would be helping me out quite a lot. Cheers guys, thank you. Popped into Shap Wells and we're looking at the information stuff here, and I've seen these really cool little squirrel things, little teddy things, so I'm going to buy one of those because they look really cute. So I don't know if it's for like a conservation effort or anything, but I'm not sure. So yeah, we've stopped for a bit of tea. Nice cup of tea. It's cold outside today, not very summery, and it's raining. So we got a squirrel makeup bag. That's for Ellen, that one. I've already got a makeup bag. Probably should start using it. I'm joking. Squirrel makeup bag. And you've got little baby squirrel. What's his name? What's his name, Ellen? Are the kids naming him? He's nameless at the minute. The kids are going to have to name him. And this one, maybe that one's a girl and she's got to be named as well. Yeah, and then we've got a keyring. I don't know who the keyring's for, but I reckon my photography is going to make way better keyrings than that. So if anybody's interested in a keyring, just drop us a message down below because I can make those. Those are cool.